My name is Ken Stein. I've been teaching at Emory University for 38 years. My area of specialty is the modern Middle East, modern Israel, and the Arab-Israel conflict. About 14 years ago, I was asked by a local day school in Atlanta if I would help them develop a course on Zionism. And I helped a teacher with the curriculum, went in and taught the kids. And from that evolved some local workshops, then some national workshops, and then that evolved into the Center for Israel Education, which we established as something separate from Emory in 2008. I'm not a fan of using the word narrative. I believe in history. When I was a graduate student at Michigan, we didn't take courses in American narrative or Jewish narrative or South American narrative. We took history classes. And what has happened, I think, in the last 10 to 15 years is individuals have decided that they're going to write their own history of a particular topic or a particular area, and they call it a narrative because they want it to reflect their viewpoint. So I try and pull people back to this broader concept of what is history and what is Israel's role in modern Jewish history. I'm particularly keen to have students not only reclaim the narrative in terms of teaching history, and Israel is part of Jewish history, but trying not to focus only on the Arab-Israel conflict. And it gets away from who's right and who's wrong, and it gets away from the polemics, it gets away from polarization. It doesn't avoid it, but it allows someone to teach modern Israel in a much broader way. I'm convinced from what I'm told by kids who are at school now, kids who come to my class, who take my Arab-Israeli conflict class, 160, 170, 180 of them, some of whom who come from day schools, they tell me they didn't learn Israel in a historical context. They learned it in terms of the Balfour Declaration did this, and 1947-49 did that, and this was the 67 war, and that's it. And I think that's shallow. I think it's shoddy, I think it's incomplete, and I don't think it tells the story. It doesn't mean you don't tell the warts that are part of the story. It doesn't mean that you avoid what happened between 47 and 49. It gets it away from a student who only comes to campus with, here are your talking points on the Arab-Israeli conflict, or here are your talking points about who took what land from whom and when. And a student has a broader background, a deeper understanding, may not be more emotionally involved, but at least understands the history. You can't solve a problem with a Band-Aid. You have to solve the problem with going into the body and providing the body with the right nutrients and the right vitamins in order to get them to the moment so that if they do get a cut, that the cut heals and you just don't slap a Band-Aid on it. Advocacy is good. Advocacy may be excellent, but it's insufficient. You need a base upon which to base that advocacy.